Here we go. This is it. This is it. New Black Country New Road record. Freaking Ants From Up There. Let's get into it. I am so happy with this album. You'll find out why. But you better watch to the end, because you won't know otherwise. London, post-rock, post-punk, experimental, now baroque pop band, Black Country New Road. Arcade Fire worshippers, Decemberist imitators. Second record in the span of 12 months. Their last record, freaking For the First Time. I love that one too. This one, they were bringing this kind of orchestral, kind of jazzy take on things like post-punk, post-rock. On their last record, Calculated. It was kind of hard to gauge, like, what is this group really about? Like, what are they trying to achieve? What's their kind of MO? I think with this record, we found their MO. Right from the jump, with a quick little intro and Chaos Space Marine. Arcade Fire style chorus, Decemberist style, like baroque instrumentation, angular sax and fiddle motif. A lot of Billie Eilish references. He's got Billie Eilish style. It's a bang of an intro, and lyrically seems to kind of touch on these feelings and these ideas of what I'm probably going to mention a lot more in this review, escape, through the use of this Concorde lyrical motif, this imagery of being in a plane and seeing all the people down there, and they look like ants from up there. Concorde, the second track, Slint style guitar chords. That's something you'll also hear me talk about in this review. I don't mean to pigeonhole them or anything, but there is definitely a Slint influence there. The tone of the guitars in these quieter moments is very Slint, and it's a lovely familiarity if you're into that kind of music, which I am. It's lullaby, kind of sing-along chorus. It has a kind of familiar tune. I wasn't really able to pin it down at first, and I still haven't really managed to pin it down. I might give it a few more listens. I might figure it out. Some short, cushy kind of chords that just form this nice bed. Little short moments of what's to come, the big sort of climax at the end. Everything kind of just gets a little bit more voluminous. Some buttery liquid saxophones, some mandolin strokes. There's just a terrific melancholy on this song. We do get our final release with some weeping brass and growling bass guitar, groaning away. It is definitely one of their best songs in this long form style, for sure. Bread song, deafeningly quiet guitars, post-rock stylings, some minute kind of string drones. It is really quiet. Almost film soundtrack-ish. And this song, for me, really does feel like it's kind of pending a blowout. But it's interesting that it doesn't really come on this track. It does blossom into a really beautiful bed of dancing guitar and just elongated violin. A bit of a backbeat appears. It just gets really pretty. It starts off devastatingly quiet. It doesn't get much louder, but it just gets prettier. I kind of saw the lyrics as a bit of a take on, like, sort of modern day relationships, in a way. Okay, well, I just woke up and you already don't care that I tried my best to hold you through the headset that you wear. And as tight as I might hold it over where the signal's good, there's no way to save your evening now through the little phone that could. Just from that first verse alone, I'm getting this kind of idea of, like, this long distance kind of relationship that just isn't working out because you need that closeness, that physical connection. But then we get introduced to the breadcrumbs, which are kind of like, oh wow, the lighting's changed a lot, which is kind of like maybe the undesirable parts of one's character, the annoying, just those little things that just give you the absolute screaming shits about someone. So when they do get that closeness and they get together, they realize, oh crap, they're eating bread in my fucking bed. Real hunting. More Slint style guitar. Bet you didn't see that coming. With a beat that sounds like something out of maybe a Police song, like a backbeat when it does actually come in. We get a bit of a 3/4 groove switch up, kind of like halfway through. A really cool off-kilter kind of snare placement with that beat as well, which creates an even better groove. Some wind-up synth chords, more Decemberists, chambery, baroque love and attention. The vocals become a little bit more unhinged as the instrumental starts crashing in this climax point. Because he starts off quite, just earnest, down key, low key. And lyrically, this song is kind of a relatable ode to trying to keep a relationship going. Really want it to work. You're trying to think of any way to try to keep yourself in their mind, and it not really working out in the favor of our main character here. Haldern, hold on. Why? One of my favorites on this record, maybe even top 3. Gentle, ruminating guitar and piano intro. It's super slow, super gut-wrenching progression on this track. Everything on this song sounds fragile, like it's about to snap, crack, collapse in on itself at any moment. The strings, the vocals, the sax, all of it. I do enjoy the violins kind of getting trapped in this like call and response movement, with some of these like insane dissonant cascading like piano runs. By the end the strings are just jaggedly harping on top of each other. Mark's theme it's fine, pretty little horn and piano piece. It's a nice interlude. It does bring down the energy of the record a lot, and that might be just my biggest thing. It kind of just kills the momentum a little bit, but at the same time it is a nice little breather for what is to come, which is the final leg of this record. Now that includes the amazing The Place Where He Inserted the Blade. Turtles style Baroque pop. The Beatles could never. Flourishing flute, really rich melodies. We get into this kind of like 3/4 sort of groove, and we like move back and forth. They like doing that a lot. It's pretty insane to me just how much they borrowed from mid-2000s indie on this record. It's insane. Floodgates open. We get these la kind of vocal harmonies. It's beautiful. It's tremendous. Transcendental. Lyrically, this song is about being a clingy motherfucker. Tell me the cadence you want me to play. The 5th. Tell me where he inserted the blade. Snow Globes is an amazing song. It starts with this really beautiful guitar melody. It kind of reminds me of the intro to Storm by Godspeed You Black Emperor. Melodically, at least. All the classic post-rock tropes. You get the gradual additions of woodwind and weepy fiddle and brass and rumbling percussion, which is a little bit of foreshadowing. It really does feel like an ascent. Ha! Get it? Because like ants from up there.
Shut up!
Some really pensive vocal performance to begin with, but when we get to the kind of free jazz drumming and fills and just insanity, Isaac can't help but try and sing over it, and it is a beautiful juxtaposition of like these really steady sort of marching fiddles, and then you just have like these insane, you just hear kicks and snares and crashes and toms just flying all over the place. Really could have like soured the song, but it doesn't. It actually elevates it. The vocals do get drowned out by just the sheer weight and muscle of the drums. It's kind of like, I suppose you could say it's akin to like when a jet engine is firing up and a plane's about to take off. And he's standing there going, I love you, I love you, I love you. And then we come back to the guitars from the intro. Coasts out really beautifully. It's a song. It's amazing. Mwah. Basketball shoes. Holy moly, where do I start? Well, there's more slint guitars on this thing for a start. Were you expecting me to tell you that? Probably. Plodding drums, wandering saxophone, paddocks of strings, meadows of strings, jazzy phrases, parade style march. In the middle we get this like near silence, save for some lone saxophone and keys that just kind of lock into this like really eerie melody before the band kind of breaks into this up-tempo jam. There's some really noodly guitar, noisy distortion fills in the space, hence tones sit in the upper frequency, and then back to near silence. Again, remember the song's like 12 or 13 minutes long. Gotta make it interesting somehow. And then outbursts these really super pronounced, shocking hits of sludgy guitar, haunting vocal melodies and harmonies, snails paced motifs. Isaac at this point sounds about ready for a mental breakdown. Who isn't? A gargantuan climax. More battering ram sized guitar drones. Isaac shout singing. It's insane. And when you know the history of this song as well, this has been a staple of their live show for ages. This song initially was a wet dream about, or aimed at, talking about Charlie XCX. Just such an Isaac thing to write about. Oh, in my bed sheets now wet, of Charlie I pray to forget. All I've been forms the drone, we sing the rest. Oh, your generous loan to me, your crippling interest. Breathtaking harmonies, unhinged piano runs. They're woohooing, they're yee-hawing, and that's it. That's the end of the record.
Oh, bury me. I am but a skeleton.
Yeah. I'm at a loss. I love it. It's devastating. The builds, the crescendos. I love that they wear their influences on their sleeve, but they don't let it consume them. Genuinely feeling like a 9.8. Yep. It's Black Country New Road, everyone. Probably going to be my album of the year. I don't think much is going to top this. You can throw in the towel now, boys. Put down the glasses. That's it. That's it. I need it on vinyl. I need some merch. Like and subscribe if you think I should buy an Ants From Up There t-shirt. Also, like and subscribe if you think that I am the best content creator, the sexiest man alive. At Betty Buys time. It's 4:54. So long farewell, Avidas.